difference is between 100K and 10K? What's the difference? Shout it out.
Zero.
A zero. It's 1 0. So go from 10K to 20K. What am I really getting you?
That would give me freedom.
But freedom's very vague. What does it really do for you?
It makes you more valuable.
I don't know, but how? What does that really deep down? Why would we want to be valued?
To provide value to other people.
But what does that really do for you, though?
If you were valuable and you create your own value, what would that be?
It makes me feel incredible. I mean, it would provide me with. I'll put it this way: there's a child in my area who's like 5 years old. He died of cancer, and that making that kind of money or that kind of income for me would, I mean, without a doubt, want to build like a hospital for kids with cancer and help other families. Because at the end of the game, what I've learned through all my years now in marketing, I really make no money. But it's not about me; it's about what kind of value I give to all of you. So the way I look at it is, I want to give value to all these kids that have cancer and give maybe like the Ronald, who knows about the Ronald McDonald House, right? I want to do something similar to that, you know, maybe the Michael Juice House or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that would do for me, provide value to other people. And as a result of seeing everybody getting the value, and that's for me. It's really not about the money; it's about what I can do to help somebody else.
Now, do you think he had a clear and outcome? Well-defined outcome. His outcome was so defined, he had an association with Ronald McDonald. He could see the child. So, 2 weeks later, 6 months later, the buzz is off, and Tyler's like, they missed a Monday call. And you're like, I don't know if I want to do all this. What he does is he takes that imagery of a dying child, his goal, his long-term goal, it's not the money. If you fixate on money, you're not going to make money. It's got to be something that's so painful that if you don't get it, you will die, you will cry, you will feel like a failure. It has to overcome your laziness. I'm going to say 80% of you right now are producing because you're lazy.
But I saw that Mikey kind of, it was like a kind of a blank moment when Lawrence was asking me, you know, well, what does that mean for you, right? But if you were out there providing value to the world and creating the Mikey Youth Houses, and you saw, you know, these children's faces and the joy, what would that be for you?
It makes me speak. I've got a picture of a child named Remy, and every time I look at that picture, right away, it's on my computer. And for those of you in the Lawrence Camp Mastermind group, I posted that picture up a couple months ago. You might have seen it. And it makes you, every time I look at that picture, it makes me think of, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for the people that need me. And oh, I feel it. I'm choking up thinking about it. Oh, it's definitely. Yeah.
That's what makes you empowering on your game, and you don't miss anything.
So I'll give you an example. You know, my wife and my in-laws, you know, I'm always sending my wife quotes and say, read this book by Jim Rohn about, you know, the inspirational, what's your philosophy, right? What's that philosophy? And everyone says it, every author says it. The more people you help in life, get what they want, the more you get what you want. But a lot of people take that thought and they, why do I gotta help more people? I need to get this, but you know, if you look across the street, I used to do that construction, all that construction work going on, and I bet you everybody over there is for themselves. Every single person, they're working that 40 hours a week, they're working for themselves. They go home, they're miserable. Here, we're not working for ourselves, man. We're working for everybody else. We're all here to help each other. Really. If you don't work on yourself, forget about it.
That's it. And that's kind of the point of this, right? Those people, the guys, I walk past all those construction guys. Let me tell you, I walk past them. And I was like, are you seriously? But honestly, do you think that any of those guys have ever got that in touch with what their true purpose is? Do you think any of those guys that was sat there and said, what do I really want to achieve in life? What if money was not an object? If I was out there, money was anything. I had all the money in the world, what would I do it? Why would I do it? What does that do for me? What does it give to me? They don't do that. They're just trying to survive. They're just trying to survive, and that's where we're going to have this breakthrough. So,
give up the Mikey Juice. Who's the farthest? Costa Rica, who else you got?
Montreal.
France. Montreal, France. You should have some Australian people over the side. Think about it. People flew, 17 hours? New Zealand, 17 hours to get to an event. 45 minutes. but think about this. Think about this. We always talk about these keywords, right? Like in Empower, being a wussy, I don't really see your inner but check it out. There's a reason why you do this, right? So when the next event comes, and let's say it's 4 hours, 10 hours away, and you're like, I don't know if I want to go. But someone flew 17 hours to get to the event, they're going to call you a weak. You're winning. Just admit it, you're a freaking weak. And then when they call you out and they have a card that they wrote down your dream, and they go, I thought you wanted to, pay off your college debt so you don't have to live with it. I thought you wanted to take your aunt so she doesn't have to work 70 hours a week to pay off the debt that you incurred for her. I thought that was a pretty good life, right? I thought you wanted to make my kids out. But then I check up on you in 6 months, you're like, nah, I'd rather just chill here and not do any marketing for a week.
Hey, Mark, we talked about being all in, but it's a mindset now.
It's a mindset now.
More vision, right?
Exactly. And there's a reason why we do it every 90-day-ish, every 3 months. Because inside, you're all weenies until we beat it out of you. Seriously. Like, I don't know, there's only maybe like 10 Asians. Asians love beating their kids. I'm there right now. If you're Asian, you can probably just beat a couple times. But, see, you have to figure out, do I want to be beat or do I just want to do whatever they ask me to do? It's the pain and pleasure. A lot of you think your life isn't that great, but you really have too much pleasure. Right? You live on borrowed credit cards, you live off your spouse, whatever. That's not really pain, because you're obviously still doing it. You're still creating bad habits. Think about it this way. Human bodies, our own nature, we will adapt to our environment. I want to show you how I adapted. See, I thought I was always an engineer. There was no way out. And I had this 3-foot cubicle wall. Anyone in the cubicle? Cubicle? Okay. But it was 3 feet, so you can see your head. Okay? That's it. I had to master the art of sleeping without putting my head on. No, so they can see my head. Because it would disappear like this. Just looking for books on it because it's been like an hour. But I got really good at that. Because I'm like, I'm never gonna leave engineering. Let me just kind of lock my body up and I'm good. And this is all the time. Because my mind was like, subconsciously, I can't leave this job. There's no better hope. But damn, I'm not working at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking that. And that's ridiculous. A lot of you are in an environment right now where you are adapting to a crappy environment because you believe there's a way out until someone just introduced you to Empower. And if you truly believe, like your brother, your spouse, your good friend, they hate their life, you should share Empower with them. Seriously. Not that's 100% commission. That's a different sale because they're not affiliate marketers. They don't care about the percentage. But you told them, you know what? The guy I work with played golf Friday morning with 5 other guys. They had a blast. And none of them have a job. What? How did they do that? How did they do that? Right? You don't have to be a millionaire to live a millionaire's life. Style. So get in this vision of where do you really want to be 60, 90, 120 days, and what do you need to do to get there? Empower says 2 a day. Correct? 2 a day. How many of you are getting 2 a day seriously, trying to get 2 a day? Seriously. trying to get 2 a day? Ask yourself that. Because if you're not, call yourself a lead and go, I need to get 2 a day. Seriously, and the reason we say 2 a day is because, look, we're selling products that will change people's lives. But if you don't believe that, you won't sell a $25 product that could be a lifesaver to your friend because you don't believe it's valuable. Because your mind is thinking, this is better. I could make $200,000 as a lawyer. I work 3 hours a day. Guys, 3 hours a day. Who here wants to make $50,000 a year? A year. $50,000 a year. A year. A year. A year? $50,000 a year? Hey, he's legit. He's from Hong Kong. $50,000 a year is pretty cool. That's cool. He's being real with himself. $50,000 a year is the grow rich slowly route. You'll get there after you want 25 days. You know, you have 4 days. Who wants to get rich quick? Right? Who wants to make $1 million in 1 year and actually be paid $1 million in a year? What would you do to get there? Exactly, help more people. If I told you it would take you 50 years to make $1 million a year, would you do it? No. Probably not. Right. Inflation, you know, not just charge. No. But if I can tell you in 2 years, people in this room going from scratch to making $1 million a year, why? They're helping a lot of people make $1,000 a month. We have something that has no clue, Layla, unless you know the numbers. We have no clue how many people are making at least $1,000 to $5,000 a month in our team. But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I mean, think about it. We had a teammate move to Bali. She said, hey, do this. Move to Bali. $10K a month, move to Bali. Think about that. Who here has read Timothy Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek? Do y'all remember when he talked about you can actually live somewhere else and like just live there? Think about that. Do you have to be a millionaire to do that? Millionaire? I mean, I guess if you want to spend it like Mac does, you know. I mean, we had a conversation. He wanted a midget last night. We were trying to figure out how can we find a midget right now at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I don't know. You gotta be resourceful. So he was close to finding one. Be resourceful because he had a goal in mind.
Yo, one works at the hotel, for real. Just
a goal in mind. And so, look, you're going to learn a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff you won't even remember. But you're going to remember the story. And I'm just going to prep you right now. Some of you will be like, shoot, I didn't learn one technical thing. But you know what? All the technical things are in the product that we will renew when necessary. But really, you need to build a story that you want to live. You want to live a story where you wake up and you're like, I'm 55, I got $20,000 in the bank, and I can't retire, and my wife has to work. My kids have to pay their own college tuition.
Hell no.
That's cool, you know what I mean? I have a buddy, my best friend, we both went to University of Texas Austin. He paid his way through college, and instead, I mean, I'm not going to say I know for sure, but when we had the discussion, he's like, since I paid my way, my kids are going to pay their way to college, which in state school, my financial advisor told me when my kids go to college, it should be about $170 for 4 years. $170,000 for state school funding. So instead of him saving up for his kid's education, he bought a brand new car. So, but think about that. Think about that. Where are you really going to focus your time? How do you really want to spend your money? Some of you go, I can't afford a $3,500 product, but you care about a $2,000 purse. And, I mean, I picked golf in like $30 shoes. Yeah, I'll walk around barefoot in the hotel. 6 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And so, let's refocus where you want to put your money, how you want to spend your time, where you focus your time. And I want to bring up something, Stefan. Come here. I want you to tell the crowd your story. You are an ultra successful person. Okay, ultra successful. and you have a lot of different skills. Paint them a picture of where they will go if they don't build a place.
All right. So, actually, I'm going to talk about this on Monday in more detail during the Monday event. But I spent over $500,000 on Facebook without building a list. I took somebody else's list, and yeah, somebody made 10 times more money than I have because I've been through this. But
Where are you from, Stefan?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah, and I've never been standing in front of a crowd like this, so I'm moving over.
He's a typical full-time employee, works just part-time, makes more money than most people work their full-time job, but he's got some really critical things that you really should learn.
Yeah.
Really take that.
So, over the course of 4 years, I built 0 lists, and I've been banned from Facebook about 63 times. And yeah, I'm being average around 20 to 40,000 a month for the past 2 years. And it's not been in power, it's been through promoting affiliate products, all kinds of affiliate products, mostly in the dating niche. And all, yeah, and also in the financial niche. And all right, so about 2 years ago, I gave up my work at IBM, which made me pretty good money, and I promised my wife I was going to make a lot of money online, and I was never going to go back to work. And 2 a.m. I was sitting in front of the computer, and I looked at the computer, refreshed the screen, and Facebook had locked me out from the account. And I said, 2 a.m. I refreshed the page again, and the red screen of death came up. Doing that. Had no list at all, and saved up maybe 5,000. And yeah, I was back to work again. And over the course of 24 months after that, I just started building a list.
I want to say it. You're not that, no. No, it is scary, isn't it? Imagine, okay, so on Sunday I have to get on stage in front of 4,000 people. Picture that. How does that make you feel? Picture you on stage in front of 4,000 people. Scary, isn't it? So think about all the less things in your life right now that are scary. Things that scare you. Probably public speaking is one for many of us. You know, it's like more than, I don't know, people would rather commit suicide than, you know, be up on stage. So it's but the thing that I want to express to everybody is that even though you're nervous up here, you have a really, really powerful journey. Because you've been, you know, in that corporate job, you quit it, you went online, you made all awesome money, and then all of a sudden they take it away. Because you got this crazy Facebook slap, and you had to start it all over. So there's a lot of people that are at that starting over phase. So what pushed you through? What made you continue when, you know, most people would be like, oh shit, what am I going to do now?
It was probably because I promised my wife I was going to be able to take her out of her day job and live a life, go travel places never been to.
We want to travel. Woo! Woo! Track city, baby!